Hello everyone, I am Dr. Vishal Wagh. Every one of us wants to see ourselves successful in coming years, isn't it? But how productively we can utilize our time to achieve our goal? Steve Jobs once said, the most precious resource we all have is time. Time is what we want most, but what we use worst. I will help you to prioritize your time and manage it to the most. There is no any perfect formula for time management. It depends on capabilities, resources and capacities of the individual. Come with me. I will help you to develop your own time management schedule, which will give insight to your dreams. We all are aware of various successful personalities in the respective fields like business, sports, entertainment and politics. The personalities in the business like Mr. Ratan Tata, Mr. Narayan Murthy, Mr. Elon Musk, Mr. Jeff Bezos. In sports, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. In entertainment, Mr. Akshay Kumar. And in the politics, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They all teach us and make us understand the value and importance of time management. But the only thing that stays common to all the successful personalities is they know the value of time. Instead of wasting time, they use it for their betterment. Everybody knows who is Benjamin Franklin. He was the president of USA. Generally, we should always try to read the biographies of eminent personalities. But his biography is a notable one. He was working consistently, but people were always complaining that he was not doing this and that, he was not meeting them, etc. One day, he got fed up with this. So he started noting down and observing himself. He made a diary and he wrote a list of urgent and important tasks, less important tasks, least important tasks and avoidable tasks. He tick mark finished task daily. After a week, he perceived that he had been working on least important task and avoidable task more than the urgent and important task. So moral of the story is, generally we are not aware of the fact that we can avoid some task and could do other important tasks first. We are just not deciding our priorities. If we make a habit of no compromise with urgent and important tasks, it will be easy for us to optimize our time properly. We will get best from our time. Secondly, some people complaining about getting tired and exhausted due to too much work. This is wrong. Too much work never makes you exhausted. Too much work always gives satisfaction. Let's understand it with an example. If your teacher gives some homework and you finish it on time, the first word come out of your mouth would be, "Hush, feeling relaxed." This is truth. Otherwise, on the other hand, you will give excuses to your parent that I will not go to the market, I will not entertain my elder brother, please switch off TV, I am not done with my homework, isn't it? In reality, there is no exhaustion of work done. There is a satisfaction of work done. You see, in life, no one gets tired after work done. If you are wasting your time on unimportant tasks rather than doing important tasks, then only you feel exhausted. The world's richest person, Warren Buffett, once said, "The rich invest in time, the poor invest in money." So we should aware enough not to waste time. After all, time is a money. Time management is a concept that may take several hours to make anyone realize how important it is. But in return, you would have already lost so many hours. So just not to waste your precious time. If you waste your precious time in unproductive tasks or not giving any value to time, then there may be chances that you will get victim of chronophobia soon. Chrono means time and phobia means fear. It is a fear of wasting time. A person with chronophobia, there may be a strong probability to lose confidence level, decreasing productivity, intensifies the anxiety, not possible to meet the future goal, and even chances to lose any golden opportunity, which impact, divert, and raise question on your career and survival. Let me ask you a simple question. Are you a victim of such chronophobia in your life? If unfortunately your answer is yes, then don't worry. I will help you to come out of it by taking some remedial action to overcome the chronophobia. We have to take some action like prepare a schedule of each and every important activity, execution and implementation of time schedule by asking a simple question to ourselves is, what is my best time to do work? Identify your best time and execute your schedule accordingly. We can also use different tools and techniques of time management in such a way that it impacts positively on our productivity. During your average workday, how much time do you spend on emails and other routine activities? It's easy to fritter away time on tasks that are necessary but not goal-driven. If you have bigger dream, you need time to pursue them. But how can you make that happen with so much other stuff in your plate? The answer is 50-30-20 rule. You have to spend 24 hours per week for 50% of your workday to achieve long-term goal. Spend 14 hours per week for 30% of your workday to achieve mid-term goal. And you have to at least spend 10 hours per week for 20% of your workday to achieve short-term goal. There is another effective tool called as time log. The time log is a chronological set of document of the sequence of employees' activities. The time log provides step-by-step record by which time-related data can be traced to their source and provides a complete history of all employees with a timestamp. These time tracking records are used for internal analysis and optimization of work. With the help of time log technique, it is easy for improving employee efficiency and productivity. We can easily identify time leakers and time wasters. A time log can be generated manually by the employee or automatically by a software system. It is also available in electronic form or paper log format. There is another important technique of time management called as Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a management method developed by Francisco Cirillo in the late 1980s. The Cirillo was struggling to focus on his studies and complete assignments. Feeling overwhelmed, he asked himself to commit to just 10 minutes of focused study time. He encouraged by the challenge and he found a tomato-shaped kitchen timer and the Pomodoro technique was born. It is also called as tomato timer technique. The technique splits a 2-hour period into a 4 25-minute session with a 5 minutes break. After finish 2 hours, then we can take a longer break for at least 30 minutes. First, you have to decide on the task which is to be done. Then set your timer for 25 minutes and focus on a single task until the timer rings. When your session ends, mark off 1 Pomodoro and record what you completed. Then take 5 minutes break, enjoy the break, and after repeating such a 4 cycle of Pomodoros, take a longer, more restorative 15 to 30 minutes break. By applying this Pomodoro technique in our day-to-day working, makes you feel more valuable, improves short-term and long-term planning, helps you to fight with procrastination, breaks the habit of multitasking. You can easily deal with distractions and interruptions, maintain the motivational level, and the last but not least, decreases physical and mental fatigue. The last but not least, another effective tool called as time management matrix. The time management matrix is a self-management tool developed by Stephen Covey in his famous book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's now widely used by business and individuals to prioritize the important tasks and identify time wasters. it classifies all the tasks into 4 major quadrants. In the first quadrant, the task is important and urgent. In second quadrant, the task is important but not urgent. In the third quadrant, where the task is not important but urgent. And in the last quadrant, where the task is not important and not urgent. Let's take one example of priority task matrix, where the list of tasks is mentioned here, and we have divided this task into 4 major quadrants according to his priority. The first 2 tasks, that is lecture preparation and lecture delivery, comes under the first quadrant, where the tasks are important and urgent. We have to do these tasks on priority basis. Task number 3, 4 and 7, that is conduct test, prospects counseling and research paper writing, comes under second quadrant, which required some kind of preparation and planning and taking decisions accordingly. The task number 6, that is taking attendance, comes under third quadrant, which is not important but urgent, so we can delegate this task to other person. And the last task, that is social media browsing, comes under fourth quadrant, which is not important and not urgent. It is purely time waster, so it's better to delete such kind of task to save and manage your time. So friends, just try and explore all these tools and techniques which help you to utilize and optimize your time to the best. And let's take a pledge, we will not waste our time, as the lost time is never found again. After all, time management is nothing but the life management. I hope you are enjoying this video, so please subscribe our MITCON YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification once we will upload our next video. Now let's have an interaction with eminent speaker Mr. Saurabh Ghotkar, who is Associate Director in UBS Global Financial Firm, who gives us more insight on time management. Thank you.
Dear friends, my name is Saurabh Ghotkar, Associate Director, UBS. Today we are going to talk about time management. Welcome to MITCON's Management Skill Development Series. In this series, we are going to talk about various aspects of management. To begin with, I would like to thank Dr. Pradeep Bawdekar, Mr. Aditya Bawdekar, Dr. Vishal Wagh, and the entire team of MITCON Institute of Management for this extraordinary session. So let's begin with today's topic, time management. Friends, in this video, I am going to share 7 tips for time management. My first tip is set goals with clear timeline. Set goals for your life, set goals for your long-term vision, set goals for your short-term mission. How do you define success in your life? Winning an Olympic medal, leading a corporate firm, having your own startup firm, or living a luxury life? All of these criterias, all of these success aspects are defined by the goals set by these individuals. But not only goals which define the success, it is also the timeline to which these are achieved. So setting a goal with a clear timeline is the first principle of a time management. My second tip for time management is effective use of Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law states that the work expands to fill the time we allocate to it. What it means is, if you are assigned 3 months to complete a project, you will end up taking the entire 3 months to complete it. But if you are assigned just 2 months to complete the project, you may as well complete the project within 2 months of time. The effective conclusion here is estimation of the task, estimation of the timeline required to complete the task. And that can be achieved by effective use of Parkinson's law. The best method to use the Parkinson's law in a daily life is to set artificial deadlines. So let's say you are given a project with 3 months of timeline, but you yourself set an artificial deadline for you for 2 months down the line or 2.5 months down the line. What it means is, at the end of 2 months, you will try to assess whether you are closer to the completion of project or you are far off. That will help you to assess, review the status of project and will help you to effectively complete it. So that is one of the most widely used technique for a time management. My third tip here is setting a milestones. When you are assigned a big project, try to divide that project into a smaller milestones. Let's imagine a game of cricket. When you are chasing a very big total in a 50-over match, you will try to divide that match into various overs. So by end of 30th over, you want to have certain number of wickets in your hand. Also, for last 20 overs, you don't want to leave too many runs to chase. Similarly, at the end of 40th over, you want to retain those wickets, but you don't want to keep very high number of runs to be chased for last 10 overs. What we are doing here is we are dividing the bigger target into a smaller milestones. Effectively, you can use the same technique to divide your entire project into a smaller milestones. Milestones based technique are very useful to keep the motivation of team also going on, because sometimes when you are working on a very large project, you may feel that you are not able to complete the project. Once you achieve these milestones, the teams get motivated to complete the task on time. So that was my third technique: define a milestone for a major project. My fourth tip for time management is time boxing. All of us know about Elon Musk. It is said that Elon Musk divides his day into a small parts of just 5 minutes. That is, he sets a goal for 5 minutes, and by that way he achieves great results across his various firms. Now, it is not possible for all of us to divide our day into a small portion of 5 minutes, but we can use this technique to divide our day and divide our task in a meaningful way. That is, we can set 30 minutes timeline or 1 hour or a 2-hour timeline to divide our day into a various tasks. What it will achieve is you will be able to focus on various tasks that are assigned to you, so you will be able to achieve multitasking. At the same time, time boxing helps you to keep track of what to achieve, when to achieve, and what to focus on. So time boxing, one of the great method used by almost all corporates in their professional life. That was my fourth tip for time management. My fifth tip for time management is structure your day. A great day actually starts a night before. That is, before you log off for the day, before you go to bed, just have a clear thought in your mind. What are you going to achieve the next day? What are your critical assessment? Which clients are you going to meet? What are your project deliverables for the next day? Just have a thought a night before. Accordingly, plan your day schedule. If you think that you are behind the schedule, try to log in early. Try to start working early so that you can achieve all your targets for the next day. By planning in advance, you are ensuring that you are alert and focused on all your next day's activities. This technique really helps you to have a very fruitful day always. My sixth technique for time management is set daily highlights. Setting a daily highlight will give you a sense of accomplishment. Can I ask you this question? How many of you set a New Year's resolution at the beginning of the year? What happens to that New Year resolution 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line? Most of us, we are not able to achieve what we set for at the beginning of the year. And why this happened? It happened because we lacked motivation to carry on every day to complete that New Year resolution. So to avoid that, the best technique is set daily highlight. Setting a daily highlight means accomplishing your most difficult task at the start of the day. If you accomplish the difficult task at the start of the day, you would end up feeling motivated for all the other tasks, for all the other subtasks throughout the day. Thereby, you are able to engage with all the activities. Thereby, you are able to spend times on your hobbies, your work, and your personal life. So set daily highlight is one of the most important technique for time management. Last technique, friends, from my side is make most of your downtime. Yes, downtime is very, very crucial for a time management on your corporate life, your professional life, your personal life. During student life or during professional life, you will get many weekends, many holidays, many vacations. Make sure you relax during that time. Make sure you spend time on your hobbies during this off downtime. Make sure you recharge your batteries. Why it is important? It is important because it will keep you motivated to go into the next assignment, to go into the next project, to go into the next week. That will make you fully energized for your next challenging task. So friends, these are my 7 tips for time management. I hope you liked it. Let's review a story of a athlete. Do you know who is the fastest athlete for 100-meter race? It's Usain Bolt. He achieved a world record in 9.58 seconds. Do you know who is the second best? Very few of us know. And the difference between the first and the second is just 0.11 second. By 0.11 second, Usain Bolt became the best athlete in the world, where the second person just became a normal athlete. What this tells us is that importance of time management. Every second you have, every millisecond you have, it really makes a difference between the best person you could become in your field versus the second best, and that is the importance of time management. To conclude, imagine there is a bank which is crediting to your account every day 86,400 rupees, but by night it is taking it back. Again the next day it gives you 86,400 rupees, and again at the night it takes it back. What would you do? You would try to take out maximum money out of the bank and try to invest it somewhere else. Friends, this bank is nothing but the time which you get in a day. In a day you get 86,400 seconds. If you don't invest these seconds in a right skills, in skill upliftment, you will end up losing these seconds, because these seconds won't be coming back tomorrow. So make sure every second you get, you make it count, because time management is life management. I'm sure you like this video. Thank you.